All right, so now let's add the functionality to update the product, and this one is going to contain snippets of code we've already written across several functions. So let's start by just building out the route. So here I'll just come here and say update product, update product. Aha, and let me create my function. I'll call the function update product as well, and then I'll just export it. So let me send something. So response.send and update. Okay, then I'll come here and slot that in as well, and then let's save. Let's go to our product route and let's create a new route. This is going to be router.patch. Then it's also going to have the ID, because we need to have the ID of the product we want to update. Now, when you're updating the product, it's just like when you're creating the product. It's just that this one now is that you're modifying what is already created. So among other things, you may want to change the file that exists there. So I even think it's better to just duplicate this first one and then just change the things we need. So this is going to be patch, and we're just going to add the ID here, :id. Yeah, so this is a better one here. Then here we'll just say update product, then let's import it. Yeah, so that's it. Save, and then I'll just test in Insomnia. I'll duplicate the last route here, and then I'll just say update product, and then create that. Aha, but we need to change the method here also to patch. Now if you send this guy here, basically you just get the text update, so we know that we are wired up correctly. Aha, so now let's come now and add the functionality. Now remember I said that it's going to contain snippets of code we've written before. So for me, right, I'll just grab the function that we created to create a product. So this one here, I'll just grab everything and then we'll just do some modification in it. So let me come here and where does it end? Okay, yeah, it ends here. So I'll just grab everything. Now we're not using every part of the code here, but at least it's a template for us to save time. I'll copy this create product guy, and then I'll come here. Don't worry, I'll still explain everything that is going on. So I'll replace this guy here with the create product, and then I'll just change the name here to update product. Aha, so now let's start from top to bottom and see what we want to do. So the first thing is we want to be able to get the product by its ID, and that ID is going to be in the params. Don't worry, for this body we're going to use it, but not now, but we're going to use it later. So here I'll just come down and then I'll say const product, and I'll set that to be equal to our weight, and I want to find the specific products that is coming from the params. So I'll say product dot find by ID, and that ID, like I said, is coming from the request dot params dot ID. Great. And I think I've used the product somewhere inside here, so don't worry, we're going to fix everything. We're going to find it and change it. So the next thing is I'll get rid of this validation, get rid of that, because we already have validation running before. Now let's handle the file upload. So the same way we handled image upload is the same way we are going to handle it here. Okay, so we handle the image upload if there is a new file coming from this request. We'll handle it here, and then we'll upload it to Cloudinary, and then we're going to add it to this file data. Okay, so this is where we're getting our error, this place where we create a new product. You see, we're using the same variable name. Remember, we are not creating a new product, so this is why we're getting this problem here. So let's just leave it for now. I'll just comment it out so that we don't, or maybe I'll just leave it. Now after we've uploaded the product to Cloudinary. In fact, before we upload the product to Cloudinary, there's something I want us to check. What if this product for some reason was not found in the database? Well, let's throw an error for that. And I think we've written that in the previous code here, where we said if the product was not found, then we just throw an error, product does not exist or product not found. So I'll just copy this line here. So you see, most of what we are doing is what we've done before. So I'll come here, paste that in. Aha, great. So we're on the right track. Then also we want to match the product, this product that we want to edit now, want to match it to its user. That's the user that created it in the first place. So we've already done that as well here in the delete product, where we said match product to its user. So here I'll just grab this line, copy that, and then come here after this guy. I'll come down here and paste it in. Okay, don't worry, we'll still walk through everything we've done here. Then lastly, next we're going to now handle the file upload. So we handle file upload, and after we've uploaded the file, we'll now update the product. Okay, so you see this guy here, instead of creating a new product, we want to update the product. So how am I going to do that? First off, I'll just give some space here, and I'll come up here and change this to update product. So I'll say const, tab this, I'll say const and updated product. That's going to be equal to, so we're going to await product dot, there's a method called find by ID and update, and we've seen that when we're building the task manager. So we're going to find by ID and update. Now this is going to take a couple of parameters. The first is the ID of the product you want to update. So we're going to have an object, and here we'll specify the underscore ID property. That's going to be set to the ID. No, that's going to be set to the request dot params dot ID. And now because we're using this request of params dot ID twice, I think we can just destructure it, but I'm sure you get the point. So let me destructure it and show you what I mean. We use the request of params dot ID here. So since we're using it twice, we can just say request dot params, and then I'm just going to say const and destructure it. So this is going to say ID, and that's going to be equal to request of params. So here, instead of saying request of params dot ID, I can just refer to the ID variable. So you get. Then also here, instead of saying request of params dot ID, I'll just point to the ID variable. Great. So that's the first argument this guy is going to take. It's going to take the ID. Then it's going to take the data you want to update this product with, this product ID, the data you want to update it with. So we want to update the name, the everything essentially. So I'll just come here and grab all of these guys. Of course, you're not changing the user. So the name, you're not changing the SKU, the category, and every other thing. So I'll just come here, copy this guy like this, and then you see why I didn't delete it before, because I wanted to use that those data pieces. So I'll remove the SKU because we don't want the SKU to change. So but we are going to update the name, the category, the quantity, the price, and the description, as well as the image. Now for this image, there can be a situation where the user does not change the image, but they just update maybe the name of the product or the description. So if they don't change the image, that means we're not going to have any file data. So in that case, we'll say or we're just going to update it with the previous information that was there, and that's going to be under product dot image. All right, so essentially if there is no new file that was uploaded, we are just going to use the previous image that was there and save it. Okay, so the last object that we're going to take, or the last argument that we're going to take here, is also an object that will run the validators that we set in the model. So when I say validators, I mean these guys here. For example, this name that we set to required, the SKU that we set to required, those are validators. So if you want to update your products, you need to tell your update functionality that, look, make sure you run those validators when you're updating these products. If not, it will not. So here I'll say new, which means that I'm making some new modifications. I'll set that to true, and then I'll set the property of run validators, and I'll set that also to true. Okay, so that's it. Now we can go ahead and confidently delete this guy because we're not using it again. Good. So what do we want to send? Response.status.2000, because we're not creating something new. I will now return the updated product. Okay, so here I would come down here, and then I'll just return the updated product. Is the updated product? Let's just make sure that we spelled it correctly. Updated product. Great. So this is all we need to update our products. Now let's go through it again, because I know that this was kind of very confused. Just scattered, not confusing, but scattered, because we've done it before. So here what we did is that, first of all, we just destructured some of the properties that we're going to get in the request body. We're not getting the SKU. Even if we get it, we're not doing anything with it. Then let me just get rid of it, because I'm not really doing anything with the SKU. So we get all these properties here from the request body. Then we also get an ID from the request.params. The first thing we do is we find the products. So await product.find, and we use the ID to find the products. Then we say, look, what if we don't find the products? We throw an error that says product not found. Then next we match the product to the user. That's what we do here. If the product dot user does not match this particular request user ID, then we just say user not authorized to view these products. Then we handle the file upload. We upload to Cloudinary, and then we create the file data array. But that's only if there is a request.file. In other words, if the update request comes with a new file, that's when we do all of this. Then lastly, we update the product with the name, the category, the quantity, the price, the description, and the image. But for the image, we say that, look, if there's a new file that comes with the request, then add that here, else just use what was there before. Then we said that the validators should run, the validators we set in the model should run. Lastly, we just returned the updated product. It looks very long, but if you look at it critically, it's very straightforward. So let's save this guy and let's try to update something. So I'll go to the Insomnia, and let's first of all get all products. So I'll just update the last product we entered, which is product 3. I'll copy this guy here. I'll copy this guy here, and I'll go to update product, and this may, let me just click on update products. So we're in it, and then I'll just change this and paste that in. So the third product, now we're going to need to add the multi-part form, and then we'll add all the properties that we want to update. So this may take a while, so let me just add the name, and remember it's p3 we are updating, so I'll just say p3 updated. Then what else are we having here? Okay, then the category, which I'll set to, I don't know, just test. Then we have the quantity, if I can just spell this quantity correctly, I'll set it to 10. And then the price as well, I'll set it to 10 as well. Then the description, I'll set it to 10 as well. Oh, description cannot be 10. Description will just say test. Then lastly, image. So for this image, I'll just leave it blank for now, right? Then let's send and see if everything works fine. So you see, we now have it p3 updated, the SKU is still same, test 1010, description, I changed the description. Okay, there's something wrong here. I didn't change the description. I need to say description. I need to spell it description. Description, yeah. So if you fire that now, this description here will change to test. So let me just try it. Fire, and that should change it to test. Aha, so it has changed to test. The only problem I'm getting here is that I'm not seeing the image. You know, I uploaded an image before. Let me go to my get all products and open this guy up. So you see, this is P3 and we had an image before. So this image object here, the only problem now is that I'm not getting that image. So what that means is that something is wrong. I don't know, something may be wrong with our setup, because I said it should be file data or product.image. That's what I said. So I don't quite know. Let me just take a look at it. Anyway, let me try to upload an image first, a new image, then I'll try it again. So I'll bring this up and update product. This time I'm going to add an image. So I'll say image, because I don't want my update process to delete the image. So here I'll just say I want to upload a file. I'll choose the file. Let's just upload something electronics, and then I'll send. So let's see. So you see now we have this image here, right? So it has updated and uploaded the image. The only thing is, when I don't add an image, I don't want it to delete the image. So let's delete this image here, and let's try to update. I'll send. So you see, there's a problem here. It has deleted the image. So what I'm going to do is, in the next video, I'm going to troubleshoot why, if I don't add an image, it's deleting the image, because technically it's not supposed to delete the image. So we're going to do that in the next video.